We're just excited about all the program success.
We want to do what we need to do.
Thanks, Zach. Go Cards.
For Wheeling University Athletics, I'm Zach Ziegler. It's time for another edition of the Brandon Regan Show. Currently joined by Wheeling University head men's soccer coach Brandon Regan. And Brandon, you guys' preseason is done, getting ready to head into your first regular season game tomorrow. Talk about the camp period and kind of what you saw from your team during that time.
Yeah, I mean, obviously a lot of new guys, 15 new guys, so it's just trying to develop some chemistry amongst them, figuring out who the best players are, the top 11, what the rotation is going to be, and things like that. So, yeah, just an evaluation process and a chemistry process, trying to figure out what's going to gel together and be the best mix.
And with so many new guys on this team, as you mentioned, 15 new players, talk about how they've kind of come together as a team, coming from so many different backgrounds like they do.
Yeah, I think that's the bit of the challenge, right? There's a language barrier, obviously. Again, just getting to know each other's tendencies and trying to figure out, the best group of guys that we can get together, that play the best together, and finding out the best rotation of guys that we can get in was paramount for preseason.
And obviously the most veteran group on your team comes in net with Carlos Molina and Austin Aaron leading the way, returning from last year. Talk about their leadership on the back end of the defense and how it kind of helps you guys throughout.
Yeah, I mean, we still have a lot of returners. Alvaro, who's a senior from Spain, he's a center back. And again, Carlos and Austin, obviously being a senior and a grad student. Just have the maturity there, especially to lead a young group that we have. So I think it's helped. And again, Alvaro being from Spain and Carlos being from Venezuela, some of those guys from South America and from Spain that we have that are new players, I think to get them incorporated in the group has been very helpful.
And on the offensive side, a couple of big names coming back. Obviously, your freshman Jordan Taylor leading the WPIAL in scoring last year. Kim coming in along with some guys like Rocco Latrenta and Christian Rude. Talk about the offensive side of the ball and what you're seeing from them. Yeah,
we're still working on that for sure. Again, the focus has been more so defensively just because last year, we did concede a lot of goals. So we want to shore up that defensive, shape and line first and foremost. And then we've kind of been more recently working on the attack, how we perform in the final third. But again, Christian Rude is a guy that's been formed in the past. Rocco, again, a guy that's returned that has points for before. And then Jordan Taylor, as you mentioned, is a new freshman. We'll definitely see some rotation up top for him.
Currently joined by Wheeling University head men's soccer coach Brandon Regan. And Brandon, this year you get a chance to start off in non-conference play, whereas last year you jumped right into the conference schedule. How does that help you getting that first non-conference game out of the way before you see Charleston and West Virginia Wesleyan coming up?
Yeah, I think there's a little less pressure than jumping into conference play right away. Obviously, playing against Charleston, first game of the season is a difficult task because they're always a top Division II program. So I think to get a non-conference game under our belt, hopefully get some success in certain areas. Hopefully that can translate when we go to conference play on Sunday against Charleston.
And looking at this matchup with Cal U, talk about this game and kind of what you're looking for from your team.
Hopefully a result. hopefully a win. But again, PSAC teams have always been tough. Traditionally very, very physical, a little more direct. But again, I think we've got the quality to be able to move the ball around a little bit and get a result. But we'll find out tomorrow.
And then, as you mentioned, Charleston coming up on Sunday, first home game of the year at Bishop Schmidt Field. You guys are on the road a lot to start the year. So to have your first two conference games at home against Charleston and Wesleyan, talk about how big that is for your guys.
Yeah, I think it's hopefully to get a couple points at least. Again, having Charleston home, always going to be a tough test. And then having West Virginia Wesleyan on the Wednesday. Again, hopefully we get something out of those two games because, again, I think we have 3 games on the road after that. So to get at least a valuable point or so after that, I think will help us in the right direction.
And finally, talk about some of your goals for your team in this first game as they head into the conference schedule. What are you looking for out there and stuff like that?
Yeah, again, be more defensive. I think we're looking to get a clean sheet and then obviously be in the win column after day one. So, again, hopefully we can get some things going offensively as well. I think we've shored up the group over the past couple preseason games about our defensive tactics and shape. And, again, haven't had a lot of goals in the 2 preseason games, but hopefully that'll start to click here on Thursday.
Thanks, Brandon. Good luck in the opener. Can't wait to see you out there.
Thanks, Zach. Appreciate it.
For Wheeling University Athletics, I'm Zach Ziegler.
We're just excited about all the program success.
We want to do what we need to do.
Thanks, Zach. Go Cards.